Are you looking for ways to find some time for yourself as a busy mom? This one's for you. Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Taryn and I love creating content to help inspire and motivate you as a woman and as a mom. So I really hope that you'll hit that subscribe button right down below so that you don't miss out on anything new. We give so much to our families most of the time that we just put ourselves to the side. And doing this for so long will only lead you down a road of mommy burnout. And believe me, I have been there, so I'm with you. Personally, I'm alone with my kids 5 days a week, anywhere from at least 12 to 14 hours sometimes a day. So I've been very creative in finding ways to carve out some alone time for myself in this demanding season of motherhood. So these are my top 10 tips to help you find some time for yourself as a busy stay-at-home mom, and make sure you stay tuned for that very last tip because it's really the simple foundation that will set you up for success. And by the end of this video, you will really learn some great options to help you find that time for yourself and really save your sanity during your long days at home. Tip number 1 is to make some time for yourself first thing in the morning. Do your kids wake up early? Not a problem here. My kids wake up at around 6 a.m. every single day, if not earlier sometimes. So what I have found works great for me is I need some alone time first thing in the morning to enjoy my coffee, read some of my book, or whatever it is. You know, if you have something that will just make you feel positive and really set the tone for your day, that's what you need to do. So how do I do that? I have been letting our kids watch a couple of shows in our bedroom. They don't have TVs in their bedroom, so we just have one in our bedroom. I let them come in there, watch a couple shows while I'm out in the living room, and that is my alone time for a little bit anyway, just to enjoy my coffee and kind of just set the mood for the day. And obviously there's always interruptions during this time. They're usually asking for a snack, water, and then it's time to make breakfast. So just know that, there will be interruptions, but I think it's just great to have some time to yourself first thing in the morning. And if you feel like every time you check social media, if you are not feeling good about yourself, definitely don't check that first thing in the morning. Do something positive. Whatever that may be. If you're into reading or just some quiet time, do what makes you feel good for at least 10 or 15 minutes first thing in the morning. Tip number 2 is to introduce interactive play and independent play with your kids. So I like to do independent play, like I will have the kids play in the backyard. We have it fenced in, they have a playscape, a trampoline, and I will just sit on the patio and just kind of have some alone time with whatever I want to do at the moment. Don't feel like you have to constantly entertain your kids all day long. So have some hands-off activities that your kids can kind of do on their own, whether it's even playing in their rooms while you're in the living room. Think of different ways, whether they're doing like coloring books or sidewalk chalk, anything that they can kind of do on their own to give you that alone time. Definitely start introducing independent play if you're not already. Tip number 3 is to invest in a good stroller or jogging stroller. I was going to the gym a lot before I had kids, really, but when I had my son, when he was only a few months old, I took him to the gym daycare and it just didn't work out for us. So then I started going to the gym 5 a.m. before he would get up and come home, and then I got pregnant with baby number 2, and that just wasn't an option anymore because I needed sleep more than anything. So I went through a time that I was actually really depressed because I missed having that time for myself. What I have found to kind of replace that is just throwing the kids in the stroller, and I go on a run or a walk, if you're not a runner. And it just, they're always pretty chill in the stroller. And even if you need to give them snacks, water, whatever, so that they are kind of chill the whole time. But I have found that my kids, we just love to be out in nature, and it's always kind of a calming time where you can have a little peace and quiet, enjoying just being outside. So that is definitely a huge recommendation, is just to throw the kids in the stroller, go out for a walk or a run, just to have a little bit of peace and quiet to yourself. Tip number 4 would be to take advantage of nap time. Really just listen to your body. If you are feeling overwhelmed, run down, then you need some time for yourself. And I know nap time a lot of the times is the only time that we have as moms to really get any housework done or chores and things like that. But if you're feeling run down, then you need to take out that time just for yourself, whether it's you are watching a show, kick back on the couch, take a bath, take a shower, read a book, whatever it is that will make you feel refreshed. And do not feel guilty about taking that time for yourself. Do it. You have to listen to your body so that you can fill up your cup and continue to be able to serve your family. Tip number 5 is to take a drive. And I have done this countless times, especially if you are having a day where your kids aren't really wanting to nap. Throw them in the car, pack a couple snacks if you need to, and just go for a drive. A lot of the times I do this if the kids are kind of restless in the house and I just like need to save my sanity and need some like quiet time. This is what I do sometimes. I will throw the kids in the car, bring snacks, bring their water, and then I will hit the Starbucks drive-thru. So if you have one nearby, that's also a great idea. Little extra, pick me up for your afternoon maybe. And then just go for a drive, listen to your favorite music, and just to have that peace and quiet, have your thoughts to yourself. It's always a nice reset to my day. So that might be an idea that you want to check out too. Tip number 6 is to just get out of the house. As a busy stay-at-home mom, we're cooped up in our homes so often. And so I think, sometimes you just need a change of scenery. Just get out of the house, pack some snacks, lollipops, gum if your kids are old enough to have it, a tablet, your phone. I have a Nick Jr. app on my phone. And then we just go out. I will go to Home Goods or Target or like wherever you want to go, the mall, I don't know. And even just window shop. You don't have to, spend money just to get out of the house and just have that change of scenery. And don't feel guilty about doing this either, because as a new mom, I always felt judged anytime I did this. I don't know why, if that's just me, but seeing my kid in the basket with a sucker in his mouth and a tablet in his face just so that I can like shop and look around. I don't know, I always just kind of felt guilty about that. Now I don't at all, because I know I deserve that break and that time for myself when I'm alone with the kids all day long. So don't feel guilty about it and just do what you gotta do. Tip number 7 would be to schedule a play date. And I know most of you are already doing this, right? But schedule a play date maybe at a place where you don't have to keep a constant eye on your child. Sometimes when you go to a busy playground that's not fenced in, or like one of those indoor play places, like you're constantly having to chase your child to make sure they're okay if they're younger. So my recommendation would be to schedule a play date, maybe at another mom's friend's house or your home. Invite another mom over and let the kids play next to you or in another room, preferably if they can, so that at least you have a few minutes to actually have an adult conversation with another mom who is in the same boat as you. Because oftentimes I think as moms, we think that we are the only ones experiencing things, we're the only ones going through this or whatever it may be, and we're not. We are all going through it. And sometimes that's just refreshing and can kind of fill you up. So that can give you a little bit of mom time, just to chat with another mom, and that really can kind of fill you up too. Although always prepare for interruptions, because as moms we know that's likely always going to happen every few minutes, but just to have that little bit of separation to give you that time to actually have an adult conversation with another mom can really fill you up too. Tip number 8 is to put it on the calendar. Oftentimes I find if I don't schedule time alone for myself, then I will likely not end up doing it at all. So put it on the calendar, whether it's once a month, once a week, whatever it is for you that you're able to do. And oftentimes, even during the week, if I've really had a rough day, I'll tell my husband when he gets home, look, I'm gonna head out of the house even for an hour. Like, go walk around Target, go somewhere, just get out of the house by yourself so that you have that time to feel like a human being and not just a mom. It's great just to have that time out of the house to yourself. Or even if you need to do it like on a weekend morning or whatever, just figure that out, get a sitter if you need to, and get out of the house by yourself. Also, if you can schedule a sitter for date night, that is also something that always fills me up as well. So we don't do that as often as I would like to, but even if you can do it once a month, even once every 2 months, whatever you can do, just put it on the calendar, make some time for yourself to do that. If you can't get out of the house, lock yourself in the bedroom or another room. Honestly, like, lock the door, because otherwise you will keep getting interrupted. So lock yourself in the bedroom, watch your favorite shows, take a bath, just have some time to relax and refresh yourself. You have to listen to your body and what you're needing, to continue to serve your family and be the great mom that you really are. So even though it does take a little bit of extra effort to plan these things in advance, you have to do it. Otherwise you may end up not doing it, and it's so worth it. Tip number 9 is to simply take advantage of bedtime. That may be a given, but sometimes it's the only time out of the whole day that you get to yourself. So just take advantage of it. Do what's gonna fill you up, whether it's to relax, take a bath, read a book, watch your shows, whatever it is. Just utilize that time to just really exhale and relax. All right, so the final tip, tip number 10, is to wear your kids out first thing in the morning. So this is really the one that's going to set up your foundation to have some alone time to yourself during the day. So in the mornings, after we've had breakfast, we'll run outside. We do anything active. We ride bikes, we run up and down the sidewalk even, go to the playground, jump on the trampoline, which by the way, if you don't have a trampoline for your toddler, you need to get one. Like, we use ours so much and it truly just wears our kids out. So that is awesome. You want your kids nice and tired, preferably earlier on in the morning, so that way later on in the day they're going to be tired. They're not going to be bugging you that they're bored as much, and hopefully they will take a good nap, so then you can have that alone time later on in the day. So just really think of active things that you can do with your kids to tire them out, honestly. So these are all great things that you can have in your arsenal to really get their energy out and set the tone for the rest of your day, and really just to give yourself some downtime. So try not to get discouraged and know that you will have interruptions no matter what during your days unless you have a sitter. Most of all, you really have to listen to your gut and be intentional with your life. If you are feeling overwhelmed and run down, then it's time to make a plan and really set it into action on how you can make some time for yourself to feel refreshed. If you personally have any tips that you would love to add to this list, be sure to comment that down below. I'd love to know what you guys are doing to make some time for yourself in your busy days alone with your babies. So let's all chat about that. I really hope that this inspires you to give yourself a well-deserved break and not feel guilty about it, because you are a great mom. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button right down below so you don't miss out on anything new. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.